This program is brought to you by Sirius Texas Barbecue. We take our meat seriously.
You're watching Durango TV News. I'm Wendy Graham-Settle. Ash and sediment from the 416 burn scars are killing thousands of fish in the Animas River. As predicted, monsoon rains have caused massive amounts of erosion in the 416 fire area. And on July 17th, a cloudburst caused a flash flood that washed mud and debris across U.S. Highway 550 and down onto County Road 250, where a campground was partially buried under the flow. Campers were forced to evacuate, and Highway 550 was closed overnight from Honeyville to this intersection with County Road 250. Although debris has been cleared from the roads, mud and ash continue to flow into the Animas River as daily thunderstorms hit burn scars within the fire's perimeter. The 416 fire started on June 1st and burned more than 54,000 acres. A damage assessment conducted earlier this month by the U.S. Forest Service estimated that 54% of soils in the burn area developed water-resistant qualities, and that soil erosion will increase by up to 7.5 tons per acre. The debris flows are killing fish already under stress from drought conditions.
One is temperature. And so less volume of water means the water warms faster, and it's a bit of a double whammy because warmer water holds less oxygen. So you have cold water species like trout, and as that water warms, there's actually less oxygen available to the fish. You add on a debris flow like this, where if we had more water coming from the headwaters, we would have more dilution of the charcoal and ash, and probably not as, wouldn't be as a dramatic event as we've seen.
White said Colorado Parks and Wildlife crews have managed to save some native fish species that they don't breed at hatcheries. Mottled sculpin, blue-headed suckers, and flannelmouth suckers have been placed in tanks until the river clears. But rainbow and German brown trout will be left in the river. Animas river trout won't be moved to other bodies of water because they could infect their new environment with disease. And with the murkiness of the river, they're pretty much impossible to see right now. White will conduct a population estimate in September to assess the damage to the fish population. In the meantime, the Durango Fish Hatchery is teeming with rainbow trout ready to restock in the Animas when it clears.
We actually have quite a few rainbows in the hatchery scheduled for the Animas River, and thankfully I'm a procrastinator because I did not get those stocked out before the fire started happening, so we do have those when flows settle down. We did already stock our brown trout fingerlings earlier on. I'm afraid those are gone, but we can rebuild the fishery.
As difficult as it may be to see dead fish washing up on the riverbank, the ash and silt will benefit the Animas River fishery in the long run.
If there's any sort of silver lining to any of this is the fires typically introduce a lot of nutrients to an aquatic ecosystem, and so the macroinvertebrates, once things settle down, it's almost like sort of fertilizing the ecosystem, and potentially we could see really good growth on fish, good macroinvertebrate populations, and then maybe 3, 4, 5 years in the making. But there is sort of that reset button.
You can learn more about the fish in the Animas River at cpw.state.co.us.